We're here with Molly, and Molly was able to successfully land two offers in just under 90 days. Congratulations, Molly. But first, I gotta ask, where were you in your job search before we started working together?
Yeah, so this was the first time heading into a job search where I didn't try very much of my old strategies first. I was in a position where there were big changes happening at the company that I was at. I knew that it wasn't aligned with what I was looking for anymore. I was feeling really scared that those changes were going to impact my job and my family. And I could just feel all of these really negative voices in my head telling me that like I was an imposter and I wasn't good at what I was doing. And I knew that I needed to really hold on to the little piece that was still trying to shout, like, you are good, you can do something really good. And I needed help. And so before I had done much of anything, I actually reached out to you guys, having known Kara in the past in a much different context, but having admired the posts that she was putting out there and the work I could see her doing. And I knew that I needed a good team with me to really help me through it before I got really underwater in all the negativity.
Yeah. Thank you so much for sharing. It's so difficult when you're about to start something, a big change, when the voices inside of our head are just trying to tear us apart, right? That's the hardest
Yeah.
part. So thank you so much for sharing. And I'm so glad that you did reach out. I would love to hear from you. What was the best part of the program about working together?
Yeah, that is actually a really hard decision to to make because there were so many good parts of it for me. I came into it really looking for expertise and help to figure out what my next move should be. And I think if I'm being really honest, when I originally reached out, I was thinking to myself like, Jesus, Kara, Jack, take the wheel. Like someone just tell me what I'm supposed to do next. I just didn't know what direction I even wanted to go in. And so what I didn't even fully understand when I was signing up that I would be getting was the incredible support and the team behind me. I wasn't even thinking about the fact that like I didn't want to have to bring all of the stress and anxiety up upstairs. My office is in the downstairs of my house, upstairs with me to my family. And so having a team that I could go to say like, oh, I'm having a tough time right now, and have someone with so much expertise to talk through with me, whether it was my mindset to keep going and the accountability coaching, or helping me to figure out like, how do I balance all these responsibilities I have at home and in my current job and still really do a good job in this search. I think that was something I wasn't even expecting. I knew that I was going to be getting great advice, help with my resume, help with my LinkedIn profile, and guidance on like what kinds of jobs to be searching for and a better way to be searching for them. But I had no idea that it was going to be such a supportive community and really a team around me that I could go to for all the help that I needed throughout this whole thing. And then not even the icing, this part is the cake. The job is the icing. The cake is the fact that it truly was an authentic job search. I didn't even, that sounded very great to me when I was signing up. I had no idea what it was going to mean. The hard work that I went through to really, and that you guys supported me through to really figure out who am I as a professional? Who am I in my whole life? Because I like there to be work-life balance. I'd like there to be separation, but work is so much of what I do. So I want to feel good about what I'm doing, who I am while I'm there, the people I'm working with, the company I'm working for, and really like facing the parts of me that I was like, oh yeah, I can do this. I'm going to be totally fine doing this, and realizing like, some of the things that I was touting as like really big strengths of mine were actually me like playing small and being scared, and like me coming into role after role and then expanding and having to catch up on compensation wasn't actually a superpower. It was me being scared to take that next step. And so having people with their hands so gently on my back through this whole process, holding me accountable and really believing in me and helping me believe in myself, what an incredible gift. And what a gift to realize like the kind of place I wanted to work and the kind of work I wanted to do and the kind of manager that I want to be someone that brings in great people around me. And I think what was really cool was that in some of the conversations that I had through networking and interviewing, people were impressed with my experience, but people were actually also really impressed with the way that I found them through networking, the methodical way that I was approaching my job search, and the way that I was putting myself out there. So just they got to learn more about me through that experience and me putting myself out there that way. And that was something I didn't even anticipate getting out of this. So all of it is the best part.
Wow, Molly, I thank you so much. I mean, not only did we kind of methodically and systemize your job search to kind of take away some of that mental load of like, what next? And a lot of the scaries, but not, hearing you being able to, set some of those boundaries and be able to have a team to support you through a really tough job search, which it is, right? When you're working and dealing with a toxic environment and dealing with just a lot of work, it is. So being able to keep a support system away from your family so you can really invest in your family and kind of take all the, oh, I'm feeling this, or how do I handle this, to a team that is there to support you, but also learning how to tell your story authentically and realizing, what do I really want in my career, and then going full force after that. Like, you did it so beautifully. And like you said, the job is the icing, but what's cake without icing, right? And so finding a job where it's like, wow, I am authentically me in my career. I know what I want. I know what my strengths actually are. And now I have a place that I can leverage them and be valued for that. Like, oh, it's so juicy. It's so exciting. I'm so thrilled for that.
It's really exciting.
I'm so thrilled for you. It's so beautiful to watch someone, go from a place where, imposter syndrome and negative self-talk and feeling like you're almost, drowning at work, right? Because you're stuck. How do I take on a job search when you're to just, empowered, and just, it's so beautiful to watch. Molly, if someone were to watch this video or to be sitting here with us and they're like, I'm scared, I have no idea what to do, investing in something like this, it's an investment, I don't know, what would you tell them?
I would say invest in yourself, take this leap. It has been incredible. When I originally decided to make the investment, which did feel really scary to me, especially being in a position where I was like, I know I need to do something because I'm scared I'm going to lose my income. Here's some of the income to really take a leap but believe in yourself, believe in the voice inside of you that is telling you, like, hey, I think that I'm worth this. I think that I have something really important to give in my career, and I need some help finding the right opportunities. Do it. And then just keep showing up. I think that was the biggest part for me. Was I felt so overwhelmed. That was another great part of the program, was that whenever I felt overwhelmed, I had a team of coaches and a community of other clients there to talk to or to reach out to and to get support, and also to understand, like, hey, there's no such thing as doing this perfectly. There's only the way that works for you. And so here's a recommendation. And if that's not working, cool, let's balance it all out. So it's so worth it, because it is going to be exactly right for you, and it's going to help you get to the exact right experience, and you're going to be in the driver's seat of it. A big turning point for me in the program was one of the coaches saying, like, you're the CEO of your job search. And I was like, whoa, because I went into so many conversations feeling very small, and like every nice person that was willing to network with me, I needed to do something for them or be a certain way for them. And eventually I reached a point where I was like, I'm not going to be for everyone, and everyone's not going to be for me, because I'm only looking for one opportunity that's going to be the next right one. It doesn't have to be perfect the whole time. So it was an incredible experience. The hard work was worth it. I met great people in the program. I met some total strangers through networking who I had such lovely conversations with, who made me think, who introduced me to other people, that ultimately ended up in 2 really great opportunities within that 3-month period. So if you're thinking about it, do it. You deserve this. When I made that initial investment, I thought I was doing it purely for my family and what I needed to do to keep hustling and make sure that they were okay. And honestly, it was the biggest gift ever to myself. So please, if you're thinking about it, pull the trigger and do it. You will not regret it.
It was such a pleasure working with you, Molly, and we are so thrilled about the next step in your career and just watching you go through this and being able to support you. Thank you so much, and we wish you all the best.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Thank you.